Hi guys, I spent the last 2 days in the gym watching my daughter play volleyball, and so I now feel compelled to post a video about opposite arm use when we're talking about hitting. So I'm gonna go ahead and default to right-handed hitters, but left-handed hitters, you guys gotta use that opposite side too. There's two reasons why it's really important why we use both arms when we're swinging at a volleyball. One is it improves your performance, and two, we prevent injuries. So I know we care a lot more about improving our performance, so we'll talk about that first, and then we'll talk about how it creates injuries. Performance improvement, I have got to use two arms so that I can be biomechanically efficient when I hit and recruit more muscle to help my vertical leap and help the power of my swing and help me be able to put the ball where I want it. Using that second arm helps all three of those things. Why? Let's look at arm swing. We need to think about two arms when we're swinging at a volleyball the same way we use two arms when we're throwing a softball. Okay, if I grab that softball and I haul back and I throw it with one arm, how much power, how much aim, how awkward do I look when I do that, right? If you saw me in the outfield, grab a ball, pull back, and just do this, where would the ball go? Straight into the ground. It would not have any loft, it wouldn't have any velocity, it would be the saddest throw, and we would heckle you all day, right? Same thing when I hit a volleyball. When you go up there and I go to jump and I'm here and I try to swing, that decreases how hard I can hit. That decreases my ability to aim from a performance improvement perspective. So what does two arms do for me? On the load to jump, okay, so as I approach and I'm gonna load to jump, when I drive two arms back, the whole point of driving two arms back is it loads my butt. Okay, it loads my butt and it helps rotate my pelvis so that I can get on the right part of my feet to jump. I want to jump out of my big toe. When I drive off the ball of my feet or my big toe, that helps me recruit a lot of hip. My hip or my butt is my most important muscle when we talk about getting up in the air and a really good vertical leap. Driving my arms back helps get me in that position so that I use my butt to jump and I'm not using my quad to jump. Okay, I want to use that hip. Driving both arms back and getting in the ball on the ball of my feet or the balls of my feet also helps me stick and drive up instead of land on my front half or land into my knees, use my quad and end up with difficulty running into the net or the ball getting behind me. Okay, so arm drive on the way back helps you position yourself for better ball contact and helps you use your butt for vertical leap. So two important things, and so far all they've done is drive back. Now let's talk about the front half. Okay, so front half, 30% of my vertical leap comes from arm swing. Guess what? You get rid of an arm, you do not have as much vertical leap. I am driving back to get in my hip and I am driving up. That momentum up helps me get up in the air, okay? Two arms getting up also helps improve my reach to get on top of the ball. If I drive two arms up, okay, look how high, I'm out of the frame, look how high I get. If I drive one arm up, look how high I get. And I am now tilted to the side, okay? Where can I hit this ball right now? Angle, okay? Where can I hit this ball right now? Anywhere I want to. So that opposite side arm helps get you a better reach to get on top of the ball and snap through. That opposite side arm helps get your thoracic spine or your trunk extended so that I can see the entire court and have the entire court to swing at. And that opposite side arm getting up in the air helps put my abdominals, my thoracic spine, my hip flexors all on stretch. Guess what? Those muscles are a giant rubber band. If I pull a rubber band really short and let it go, what does it do? Wah, wah, okay, sad snap. Guess what? One arm, sad snap. If I get two arms and I get my trunk extended and my abs extended and my hip flexors extended, giant rubber band pull. I am biomechanically efficient and I am a monster when swinging at the ball because I have a giant rubber band pull, so I have lots of power, and this opposite arm has gotten me so I can get up and reach and snap over the top of the ball. The other performance improvement thing that opposite side arm does for me is it helps me with spacing for my approach. Okay, so as I'm approaching and I'm looking at the top of that ball, if I'm an outside hitter, okay, left side, right side, doesn't matter. As I'm approaching, if I reach with my opposite side and I point at the top of the ball, that helps me stay behind the ball so that I can get on top of the ball. When I don't have an opposite side arm, I'm coming up, and a lot of times you see athletes jump. I'm using a whole bunch of quad instead, so I'm floating, and the ball gets behind me and I have nothing to do with it. Okay, I hit it long, I put it into the wall, I put it into the net. That opposite side arm keeps me behind the ball. Middle hitters, this is huge for you. Okay, if you want to not overrun the ball, my setter, as I'm coming in, if I get that opposite side arm and we give her some place to put the ball, I can keep it in front of me and put it wherever I want. So, helps with my vertical leap, helps me have a more explosive swing, it helps me be in a better position to hit. Those are three things just getting that arm up can do. From an injury prevention perspective, if I can't use my trunk and my hips on the swing as I'm pulling here, and I just have one arm down here, guess what? We are using a lot of rotator cuff. So we see girls come in with labral tears in their shoulders, neck pain, headaches, and low back pain because I'm trying to use my low back and my shoulder to do a lot of work, whereas if I use the entire front side of my body to drive, now I'm more efficient, I hit harder, and I'm not injured. From the bottom side, if I jump with two arms, as I land, I'm better able to land driving my hips out, get back onto the balls of my feet, and be ready to go somewhere. I'm landing more square. If I jump up and I swing with one arm, look what happens to my trunk. Okay, I'm side bent to the right, so now I'm going to land here. Okay, what does this look like? That's an ACL tear. That's the position that we tear our ACL and we tear the labrum of our hip. And because I am always landing side bent, it puts a lot of shear on my back and I have a higher risk for a pars fracture in my spine. I can prevent all three of those things by using my other arm when I swing. Okay, using my arm to load, using my arm to be here. All I have to do is swing this very light, easy to move arm, and I can prevent all those things. So, athletes, coaches, we are headed into the first day of practice on Monday. I am begging you to make this a priority and pay attention to what you're doing. If coaches are too busy and there's too many athletes, ask your friend behind you in line, what does my left side look like? Pay attention to where you land or where the ball is or where the ball lands. If you are using one arm, you're getting underneath it a lot, okay? And that ball is gonna go long. So, you guys have any questions? Do you need any help? You want someone to look at you? Give me a call. Otherwise, good luck in your season. Use two arms.